Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to Ella Pastoral X The Sims. If this is your first time ever coming upon this channel, welcome. Hi. On this channel, I typically talk about all of my Sims, specifically my 7 royal kingdoms, also known as the Heptarchy. And as you guys can see, we are definitely playing with the Komorebi Royals today. In the other video, I promised I would talk about another one of the main characters, Princess Akira, and so this is definitely the video for that. So the 4 main characters of season 1, because in the second half of season 1 we're going to be playing with the kids, but now we're playing with the teenagers. We have Princess Akira, Princess Maria, Prince Sanjay, and Prince Hugo. Those are the 4 main characters, but the real main characters most definitely have to be Maria and Akira. That's why I've given them their own specialized videos. So who do we have here? Who we have here are the current monarch of the kingdom of Komorebi. As soon as my game wants to allow me to be great, I'll show y'all what they look like. Y'all gonna let me be great? Okay, cool. So this right here, I'm sorry, the music in the background, I know y'all can't hear it, but they're literally playing It's Too Hot in Here or whatever that song is, but in Simlish, and it's actually throwing me. This right here, if I can get her to stop ice skating, is Empress Sakae. Empress Sakae obviously is the Empress of Komorebi, and she is married to Emperor Taikyo. See, they doing tricks and ish, but this is Emperor Taikyo. He is the actual emperor of Komorebi, and Komorebi is an empire. I get that question like quite often, but they definitely have a bunch of, well, not a bunch because it's the Sims, but they are definitely an empire. I've had people ask me like, oh, like the rest of the kingdoms in the Heptarchy are kingdoms, but Komorebi is definitely an empire. Let me show you their traits while they're just getting it. The Komorebis love this skating ring. They be here all the time. Like even when they be depressed and ish, they gonna make sure they do a run or a mile across this damn skating ring. So this is Empress Sakae. She's she's an adult. Let's start there. She is family oriented, a perfectionist, active, ambitious, a snob, an insider, arrogant. She's a member of the aristocracy class as well as the gentry class. She's a royal partner. She is a good gardener. This is news to me. She isn't good at video games, which makes sense. She's wealthy. She prefers non-exclusive romantic relationships. She's neutral about having kids. She is average at comedy. She has the logic skill, meaning that she's really smart, and she is domestic, a jester, and sinister. Okay, now let's look at the traits of her man, Emperor Taikyo. Emperor Taikyo is ambitious, family-oriented, a monarch, arts lover, bookworm, proper, insider. He gets, what does this mean? Oh, so he's bad at playing music. He's really good at handiness. He is beloved by the people. He's a member. Y'all don't care about this. He prefers exclusive romantic relationships, which makes a lot of sense because if you guys watch any historical C-dramas like I do, you know that the emperor typically has a harem, but Emperor Taikyo is one of the few emperors in the entire Komorebi lineage who has just not had a harem. He found Empress Sake. He was engaged to Empress Sake at a young age. He just straight up said like, that's my girl, I'm sticking beside her. He's infertile, meaning that Empress Sake cannot get pregnant any longer. He's a sage and he is a caregiver. And so let's talk about the children of these lovely individuals. Daichi. Oh brother, that is not your bed. Okay, so this right here is Crown Prince Daichi. As you can see, I don't know what's going on with him. He got a lot going on. He physically got a lot going on. This right here is the throne room. I typically have a bunch of deco sims here when I be recording my scenes and ish, but just so my game don't try to like, you know, lag and explode on me, I removed them. This is Daichi's bedroom. I recently got a bunch of CC, so I'm slowly revamping the palace to be more Chinese inspired because if you guys know me or you follow me on my main YouTube channel, you know I love to talk about Chinese dramas and stuff. But Daichi, I want to show you Daichi's room because Daichi's room is given. But Daichi is obviously the crown prince of the kingdom of Komorebi. He is also the eldest child of Sakae and, sorry, I really want you to tap in. He is also the eldest child of Sakae and Taikyo. And yeah, let's go through his traits while I make him come all the way here. Also, all of these sims are obviously by mirror Mirai. I've obviously added my own flair to them, my own backstories, but you gotta thank Mirai and her people who helped her with the save file for having me, you know, make this story. Shout out to Mirai and them. So he is clumsy, he's good, he's a coward, as you can see by the fact that he is just consistently, you know, afraid. The heptarchy is not looking good in terms of the heirs, like the next generation. We're kind of scared. He's childish, he's a casual gamer, he's very popular though. Let's see. I'm gonna see what stuff is actually important. He prefers exclusive romantic relationships. He's just like his daddy. He is a trickster by nature. He has the logic skill. He's a struggling athlete. He's the heir. He's a quick learner, has a high metabolism. He's loud, innocent, and a caregiver. So the thing about him is that he is very innocent. He's not cutthroat like how his mother would want. Ignore the fact that this is the emperor's room and it's so bland. I'm telling y'all, like, as soon as I have time, I'm gonna really decorate everything to be more like royal and stuff. But hey, you guys have to give me a break. But the thing about Daichi is that Daichi is kind of like too soft, but when you compare him to his sister, he falls flat in every way, shape, and form. So let's look at the Princess Royale. That's the oldest princess, and that most definitely has to be Princess Akira. So let's see. This right here is Princess Akira. Her name is Princess Akira Masuda, and as you guys can see, Empress Saki's relationship with her daughter is not good at all. Akira's traits are that she's romantic, a loner, an overachiever, and that she's creative. And as you can see, she is a teenager, but somehow she's married. And that's because there is a lot of things going on with Akira. Akira. My girl is literally a victim. So we are going to travel to House Masuda so we can really tap into Akira's story. Guys, this is so gorgeous. I'm shocked by how gorgeous everything looks like. But this right here is House Masuda. House Masuda is specifically a Korean-based house, and that's why we see that even though the Komorebis definitely have a Chinese and Japanese inspired flavor, we see Princess Akira wearing a hanbok and stuff because she married into a Korean inspired house. I'm trying to show y'all a quick overview of what things are looking like for the Masuda estate, but Akira used a bunch of her dowry in order to renovate this place to make it more like worthy of a princess. In fact, worthy of the only princess of Komorebi. But let's hop into it. This right here is my girl Princess Akira. Okay, let's lower the wall because y'all not even able to see my sis. This is my girl Princess Akira. For some reason, she made that very provocative outfit. This right here is Count Hiroshi. This is her father-in-law. She's so silly. But we are gonna follow Akira as she does whatever the hell she's doing right now and as she explores her house. But this is Princess Akira, like I said. Girl, who are you bowing to? Girl, whose room is this? Child, let's just focus because I'm like, whose room is that? But this is Princess Akira. She is obviously the Princess Royale that married into this household. Count Hiroshi obviously holds the title of Count, so she really married below her status, and that's because Princess Akira, I was like, where's that noise coming from? But it's one of her children. Oh my god, who is this blue-haired lady? Guys, sometimes I be wanting to have realism so bad, but The Sims doesn't allow me to be great because what is this? Mind you, this is like the Komorebi kingdom that's supposed to be Asian inspired. Maybe if I feel like it, I'll edit the governess to represent that or look like that, but The Sims, they be changing my outfits anywho. But this man right here is most definitely her girl. Ew. This right here is her husband, Lord Sato. The thing about it is Princess Akira used to be married to a man who was actually worthy of her title. Let's see. Okay, she had no romantic relationship with him. Yikes. Let's see, what's his name? She was engaged to Hugo. And as you can see, they do not have a good relationship. As you can see, these two, oh lord. So their relationship is that they despise each other, but it's kind of more one-sided, with Hugo hating Akira for breaking up their engagement by doing a bunch of nonsense than Akira hating Hugo. She kind of finds Hugo to be like boring. So they have amazing compatibility, which is low-key wild considering everything that happened with them. She perceives him to be extremely attractive, which is so interesting to me. I mean, he is attractive. I'm not gonna hold you. I made him attractive because before, when he was officially engaged to her, he had this really ugly haircut and he had a major glow up as soon as Akira did that nonsense to him. You know what they say about glowing up when you go through ish. But as you can see, Akira's sentiments to Hugo is that he's fun to be around, and Prince Hugo's sentiments towards Akira is that she is distant, which makes sense because in the story, Akira was engaged to Hugo, but she literally broke up the engagement because she did not want to leave leave the kingdom of Komorebi. Look at the height difference. Look at this freaky itch. Guys, separate. Look at this freaky itch that they're doing. I'm sorry, the governance thing is killing me. Because look, why y'all doing this? Guys, please think of the viewers and that freakiness you're doing. Please, stop that. Are y'all ready to stop? Are you ready to stop? Oh, bro. These freaky frogs. I'm out here trying to explain the plot of how Akira broke up her relationship with her ex-fiance. And Akira was talking about all I'm thinking about right now is you. Girl. But anyway, she was engaged to Hugo, but she did not want to leave the kingdom of Komorebi because Akira had this really delulu thought in her head that she could eventually become like a queen. She wasn't becoming the queen. She was really delulu. Like, she was really delulu in believing that. But she got with Sato, who was a commoner, because Sato made her feel like appreciated and loved on and all of this fluffy, feely good stuff, right? How do you still have your wedding cake? Let me mind my business. Sato just made her feel seen and appreciated, because the thing about Princess Akira is that her mother would consistently dog her all the time and would make her feel like she wasn't worth anything because Akira was too smart for her good, and she would always make... I forgot to have high chairs, didn't I? Sorry, let me take care of all my babies before CPS comes and takes away the kid. But Akira's mom would consistently belittle her all the time and make her feel like she wasn't worth anything, because Akira was literally told by all of the scholars in the kingdom and such that she was a once in a generation genius, and so she literally outshined her brother at every step. And with the way Daichi is, it just made his situation look even worse, because he's really giving why is the Princess Royale smarter than the actual heir of the kingdom, you know? It just wasn't the look. It physically just wasn't the look. And so Empress Sakae would always be mad at Akira for like making Daichi look bad or whatever. And so Akira just felt consistently like awful because her mother was always shaming her, making her feel bad. It just wasn't the vibe. And so Akira found love and solace in Sato. And so then they literally started having an affair, because remember at this time she is literally... What are you doing? What are you doing, Sato? Please lay on your thing. Sit, nap. No, not nap. Sorry, I'm distracting y'all. But literally they started having an affair on what's not, and it just really wasn't the vibe. And they started, you know, doing what teenagers do, and Akira had sex with Sato, and they did it over and over again. And obviously, you know, if you keep, you know, what's that meme on Twitter? Like, if you do clownery, clown comes back to bite. I'm gonna have to adjust this bed, dear God. I'm sorry. I really wanted this bed like how I see it in Chinese dramas, but they physically just refused to let me be great. But anywho, Akira got pregnant, and she was low-key planning on running away with Sato, but Akira's mom, Empress Sakae, literally had spies who were definitely watching Akira, because her mother started to get suspicious because Akira wasn't doing very well in terms of her royal duties and whatnot. So Empress Sakae literally had Akira watched, and she found out about the affair with Sato, but Akira was able to hide her pregnancy very well. And so by the time Empress Sakae really like clocked in and locked in, she wasn't able to force Akira to have an abortion. And Emperor Taikyo was like, hey, I know our daughter has done wrong and that she's practically sinned, this, that, and the fourth, but you can't do that to our daughter. Like, if Empress Sakae is a boy mom, then Emperor Taikyo is a girl dad. He was like, hey, we all make mistakes, and he loves his daughter. Like, he loves his daughter real bad, unlike Empress Sakae. Empress Sakae really wishes that she could have had another boy, but her last child was definitely Akira, who was a girl, so she kind of resents Akira for that. She really resents Akira for that. And yeah, the engagement between her and Hugo eventually got broken off because a news organization found out about Akira's affair. The Komorebi Royals had to pay like a stipend to the Willow Creek family in order for them to not be too mad about the broken engagement. It was really a mess, guys. I'm telling you this right now. It was really a mess. And yeah, Akira eventually had her children. As you can see, we have Lord Benjiro. Bro, sorry, we gotta get into tab mode. Can you even see him? Count Taroshi, I'm gonna need you to go somewhere. Physically, just go somewhere. Yeah, this right here is Lord Benjiro. You can't see him because he's snuggled up. I'm sorry, we have to open this up. Let's see. Let's go to family. Let's go to Benjiro. This right here is Benjiro. And then this is her daughter, Michiko. And she actually has another son, Lord Yukio. But we'll get into him later. But during the whole like time after Akira's pregnancy and stuff, like, the reputation of the Komorebi family was like literally in the toilets because of the fact that their Princess Royale had an affair with a commoner. And so Baroness Si Young, I'm gonna definitely show y'all her later. Baroness Si Young literally was like, hey, let's just lie to the people and say that Sato was always a royal, but he was like a lost royal or whatever. to make it look better than, the princess sleeping with a commoner. Like, they turned the scandalous story of the princess sleeping with a commoner into a story more like the princess, where her beautiful skills and her genius was practically able to find a lost noble. So that's how they spun it in order to make the situation better, because guys, like, Akira caused an international incident. It was actually so embarrassing, and so they did that. But that didn't take away from the fact that Akira was an unwed teen mom, and during this time Akira is really starting to act out because her parents aren't really giving her the attention that she wants. They're giving her attention, but not the kind that she wants, where they appreciate her for being smart and stuff. I mean, right now she's doing stupid stuff, but, still, okay? And so she and Sato got caught day drinking, which definitely caused a lot of issues. But literally, yeah, Akira got caught day drinking as a teenager, and there was a whole like court hearing about it, because it was getting to the point where the emperor needed to do something and actually punish his daughter, because he was letting her get away with everything, and there was an outcry of the ministers. I did a really good machinima that I'm gonna link. The machinima did so bad in the YouTube algorithm, but I spent so much time like working on it, so I'm gonna obviously promote it. And yeah, why are you sad when you have everything? Boo-hoo. So because of this, Baroness Young, who is definitely the king's advisor, was like, hey, how about we have a royal wedding to distract from the fact that Akira is embarrassing us? Because guys, it was so bad. It was literally so bad. And the person who snitched and said that Akira was day drinking was most definitely Maria, her best friend's mom. So Akira hates her best friend's mom. Let's see. Relationship panel. So she hates her. She doesn't have an issue with Christina. She doesn't have an issue with Christina, but she has a huge issue with Melania, because Melania snitched, because she was the only person at the restaurant who knew her. And literally 2 seconds later, her parents called her home, and that's how we had that whole entire situation. It's actually such a mess. The reason why there's a lot of Chinese furniture in here is because, Kira decorated this place using her dowry. But going back to the plot, so in order to appease the ministers, Emperor Taikyo was like, we're going to just have to hurry up and get you married. Watch the marriage episode as well. But Empress Sake was not having it. She was like, hey, I've been quiet about this situation. No one has taken my opinions and feelings into account about this Akira situation, especially the emperor. So she was like, okay, Akira can get married and go do whatever the hell she wants, but I want Lord Yukio as a consolidation prize, because Lord Sato is still going to school, so he can get his like education up, because he was a commoner and such. But literally, Empress Sake was like, you can let Akira do whatever the hell you want, but she's literally ruining the legacy of the Komorebi household. So I'm gonna take Lord Yukio and raise him as my own. So that's why, as you guys can see, the twins Michiko and Benjiwo are staying in House Masuda, but you don't see the other triplet. And this is so sad, because there should literally be another egg type bed in this household, but Empress Sake specifically did that because she's petty. She's petty, and she's like, I failed with you, but that does not mean I have to fail with Yukio. She practically took Yukio as a consolidation prize to spite Akira. Like, it was actually such a mean thing for her to do. And the reason why she took Yukio instead of, let's say, Benjiwo, is that Benjiwo looks more like her dad, Lord Sato, and Yukio literally looks so much like Daichi. So she was like, let me have another Daichi, because remember I said she definitely wanted another boy, but the emperor is infertile. So it was literally like, you have one girl, one boy, and instead of being grateful, she was like, yeah, no. And so yeah, that is the plot line up until now. Akira is doing her best, living her marriage life. She's taking care of her kids. She's practically running the hell out of the Masuda household. Nobody really challenges her, because remember, she's a princess. I didn't even change her title to be what I think it really should be, which is definitely Lady Akira Masuda, because she's a princess and she be throwing her weights all around the castle, all around the manor. Because guys, look, like, all of this stuff, starting from her bedroom where she sleeps with Sato to here, is literally due to her dowry. And the emperor gave her a huge dowry because he feels like he has failed her. He let her mom practically bully her since she was like a kid. And he really was like, I hope you can have a good life. I mean, these are the choices that you made, so I hope that you're happy with them. And yeah, that is Akira's story up until now. I really summarized it to a bare bones point. Y'all have to watch the actual like main series. Y'all actually have to watch the main series to really feel the impact of stuff. But yeah, that is Akira's plotline up until now. Akira still has to figure out if she'll ever be able to get Yukio back under, her watch. She definitely misses her son. It's now right that the triplets are growing up like separate. Michiko and Benjiro are literally, growing up together, and Lord Yukio is literally stuck under the thumb of Empress Sakae. But now let me get into can you still this? But let me get into, and she's already walking down. Let me get into the nobles that make up Komorebi, because they also play like a major role, or they will play a major role. Okay, so this is Komorebi proper. I definitely feel like as I play with the series, I'm gonna add more nobles here. But for the sake of just telling y'all what's actually going on, let me show y'all what's happening. So this right here is the Komorebi Palace. As you can see, it's beautiful, gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. This is House Masuda. This is where Princess Akira and her family live at. And this right here is the Barony of Komorebi. This right here is Baroness Si Young. She is the advisor to the king. She's the one who keeps giving him all this advice. Like, sometimes it's a hit. Most of the time it's a hit, but sometimes it's a miss. This is her wife, Baroness Consort Maya Lee. And this is their daughter, Ruby Lee. As you can see, she's a little bit oblivious, so they're hoping they can find her a good person to marry who's gonna definitely be able to take care of the barony of Komorebi. This right here is the county of Komorebi. As you can see, we have Countess Aikyo, her husband Count Consort Zachary, and this is their son, Lord Eugen. And this right here is the main nobles. I'm definitely thinking of adding people to Tomarang. Tomarang is definitely a part of the Empire of Komorebi. Maybe if you guys feel like it, I can do like a Sims hashtag, and y'all can upload Sims for me to edit and place in this world. But the Komorebi Empire really isn't the main characters as of now. When Daichi becomes an adult, I have some very spicy things planned out for him that will definitely have y'all shook. But yeah, that is it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching up until this point. I know y'all really love it when I do all of these deep dive Meet the Royals lore type videos. I hope you guys can support the main series so I can keep on with the plot so y'all can get this lore. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.